Good evening, everyone. Happy 3.2 Eve to us all. Look at that background. Doesn't that background look nice? That's very pleasant. So, first and foremost, I know I normally go over the data mine in whole, but there is a lot this time around, and I want to change the way I approach new banner units and the stats and the skills that they have. So I'm gonna put a little more effort into that kind of video tomorrow, and that'll be live probably by the afternoon. But right now we are gonna go over these weapon refines because, good lord, there are a lot of weapon refines. Like, we have 8 actually, I think, right? Yeah, we have 8, which is a lot in one fell swoop. So. First and foremost, before we get into that, I know I already said that, but Dragon Flowers are now live. The IV indicators should also be live, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not... Oh. Nope. Okay. Maybe not. Alright. Maybe that's in the settings somewhere. I'll check that out. But merge adjustment should also be live. And we also should have, yes, we do. Okay, so Celia and Leg Yarn are both in the Grail pool now. So anybody who was waiting on her, she is now there. It's interesting that we don't have the IVs indicators. Maybe that's in settings somewhere. I'll check that out. Let me know in the comments if you found that yet. But the big thing that I want to focus on this time around, and again, tomorrow I'll go over the new Valentine banner stats and all that good stuff. We'll go over that tomorrow. And what I ultimately want to do is kind of help compare them in terms of where they're going to hit tier-wise, kind of, sort of, to determine if you should pull. That's kind of the approach I'm going to take it from here on out. Yes. So, what do we have going on with this? Silverbrand. That would be Seth's new weapon. If unit has weapon triangle advantage, boosts attack by 20%. If unit has disadvantage, reduces by 20%. But the refine comes with speed tactic 3, which is pretty exciting. Tactic skills are great, you know. So that's always kind of something to look forward to. Hinata's katana, which is definitely the most fun one to say. If foe initiates combat, grants attack defense +4 during combat, and you can refine it to basically have Fury 3, which is another great refine skill. We have Obero's Spear, which I am probably the most psyched about. I was actually leveling her up today. I did not get there yet, but we're getting there. We're plus attack minus speed. We're gonna do it. Effective against armored foes, so not really anything changing there, but the refine gives close defense 3. That's pretty sweet. That is a pretty sweet upgrade, my friend. Most of the time you want Obero to have like a res or defense buff or benefit, positive attribute. I forget what they officially call them, but you want the boon in defense or res, typically, I think, or attack, really. Speed is the only thing that Obero doesn't really care about. Which close defense is really, really nice, because she's meant to be kind of a tanky lance unit. Grotto Pole Axe, and this is the refine of Amelia. This is Amelia's new weapon. You remember Amelia, right? Accelerate special cooldown -1. The refine is if a bonus granted by a skill like Rally or Hone, and or extra movement granted by a skill like Armor March or Armored Boots is active, grants speed and defense +5 during combat. Whoa. That's actually pretty big, honestly. Let me see if I can find Amelia. I have Amelia in here, and I have her at... There she is. I have her at 40. There we go. So she's actually, if you're not super familiar with Amelia, she's actually one of the faster armor units out there. 35 speed is pretty bonkers, with respect, for armored units, and pretty not shabby for most units in general. So that's definitely something to consider. She's going to get a speed and defense buff of 5 on top of that. So mine, for example, would be hitting 40, 41, respectively. That's pretty good. Dargis Hex. This is obviously Dargis Tome. Not really too surprising there. This adds a total bonus on unit to damage dealt, and the Refine has inflicts attack speed -4 on foes within 2 spaces during combat. Wow. That's pretty decent too, actually. That's honestly pretty decent too. We have Iris's Tome, which I know people are most excited about because that's NINO's Tome. This is NINO's new weapon. It adds total bonuses on unit to damage dealt. And the Refine, which everybody's probably really hyped for, even attack wave 3. Whoa. That's pretty good. Mages with or tome units rather, with the wave skills are super nice. For example, Ishtar, who has odd attack wave, I believe. Super good. Stupid good. This is going to make NINO even better. NINO kind of already hit like a truck to begin with, and I think you're going to see her rise in a lot of popularity because of this. Wave skills in general are really nice to have, just because, you know, they're not movement based, so you can put them on mixed teams. They are super nice to have. So NINO, who's already kind of a pretty offensive, speedy mage, is going to be even stronger now, which is pretty exciting. Niles' bow, and I don't have a 5-star Niles, so I'm sorry. I don't have that one. Niles' bow is going to accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, effective against flying foes, obviously, and if the foe's defense is greater than or equal to foe's res, +5, deals +7 damage. The Refine, Flashing Blade 3. Oof. That's a biggie, actually. That's a pretty biggie. Who is that? Is that Mia? Ooh, gosh. That is way far. That is way far. Is that Mia? I think that's Mia's. Let's see if we can... Yeah. So, this is if unit speed is greater than foe's speed, grants special cooldown charge +1 per unit attack, which is really nice. Kind of taking advantage of Niles' speed, which is super helpful. And finally, we have our last one that we're going to talk about in this video right now. Durandal got, or Durandal, however you want to pronounce it. ELIWOOD's Blade got a big buff. If unit initiates combat, grants attack +6 during combat. That's the base skill. The Refine has Swift Sparrow 2. So, as if enough things didn't already have Swift Sparrow on them, my boy ELIWOOD now gets Swift Sparrow in his weapon, which I don't have him at 5-star yet. I'm waiting on a good IV set. I'll have to double back and check. So that's kind of where we're at with all of this. We have a lot of weapons ongoing. I pulled this information from Game Press. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can find all the information there. It will have data mine information for Grails Devoted, however, which is technically not out yet. So just a spoiler warning for you if you're gonna go a clicking and you've not visited the depths of Game Press yet. So big thanks to the data miners over at Game Press for pulling that together. I am going to also have a video out to help you decide if you should pull on this new banner, kind of comparing other units that already have the same class and weapon type. And then, much like I did for Hot Springs Camilla, I am going to do the same with Titania, which is going to be a little difficult because we've never actually been given a Red Tome cavalry unit before. nor is there one that's like free to play, really. So, yeah, that's going to be a little difficult. Heads up. But I will get that out, and we'll probably do them. We'll definitely do the Should You Pull tomorrow, and then the Titania will probably be live on Friday or Saturday. We'll have to see. I don't want to get it too early because I know some people are fussy about spoilers, but that's pretty much what we've got for the Weapon Refine. Let me know in the comments who you're most excited for. I honestly think Nino got probably the better. Obro, I'm partial to Obro. So that's just the way it's gonna be. I genuinely think Nino kind of got the best, most versatile factor. Not only because, you know, it's a wave skill. It's a wave skill. Let's be real. Wave skills are super helpful. So let me know in the comments who you're most excited for, who you're gonna build first, and get back at the channel a little bit later, tomorrow and the next day, for some more info on these new units that we got coming. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.